Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into something a little bit mysterious, a little bit magical, and definitely a whole lot more interesting than you might think: alchemy. Now, when you hear alchemy, you probably picture someone trying to turn lead into gold, right? Or maybe you imagine bubbling potions and mystical spells. And while those elements are part of the story, there's so much more to alchemy than meets the eye. This isn't just about magic tricks or get-rich-quick schemes. Alchemy is a fascinating blend of philosophy, science, and spirituality. It's a journey of transformation, not just of metals, but of ourselves. So, if you're intrigued by the history, the symbolism, or even just the idea of something ancient and powerful, then you're in the right place. In this video, we're going to break down the basics of alchemy, making it accessible and, dare I say, a little less intimidating. Okay, let's start with the big question. What actually is alchemy? Well, it's a practice that's been around for thousands of years, with roots in ancient Egypt, Greece, and China. At its core, alchemy sought to understand the very nature of reality. Early alchemists believed that everything was made up of four basic elements: earth, air, fire, and water. They believed these elements could be manipulated, mixed, and transformed into different forms. And the most famous of these transformations? You guessed it, turning base metals into gold. But here's the thing. While the idea of creating gold was a motivating factor, for many alchemists, it was symbolic. They saw the transformation of metal as a metaphor for the transformation of the soul. They believed that just as metals could be purified and perfected, so too could the human spirit. This pursuit of inner transformation became a key element of alchemy. First up, we have the legendary Philosopher's Stone. This is the holy grail of alchemy, a substance believed to have the power to turn base metals into gold and grant immortality. While some alchemists may have sought the physical stone, others saw it as an allegory for the state of enlightenment. Next, we have the great work, or Opus Magnum in Latin. This refers to the ultimate goal of alchemy, which isn't just about making gold. It's about achieving spiritual perfection, transforming oneself into a higher state of being. It's a lifelong journey of self-discovery. Alchemists believed that materials were made of three essential substances: salt, sulfur, and mercury. These did not refer to the literal substances but had deeper philosophical meaning. Salt represents body, sulfur the soul, and mercury the spirit. It was believed that all materials are comprised of the balance of these three elements. Finally, and importantly, alchemy is dripping with symbolism. You'll see a lot of images like eagles, lions, dragons, and many geometric shapes. These aren't just decorative, they represent deeper ideas about transformation, balance, and the hidden workings of the universe. So, start noticing these symbols. They appear everywhere from artwork to old manuscripts. Okay, so we've covered the basics. But you might be wondering, why should I care about this stuff today? Well, first of all, it's fascinating. It gives us a window into the minds of people who lived centuries ago, who were trying to understand the world in a very different way. Secondly, the ideas and symbolism of alchemy have had a massive influence on art, literature, and even modern science. Think about psychology, for example. Concepts like inner transformation have roots in alchemical ideas. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a good fantasy novel where magic and mystery reign supreme? And finally, the idea of the great work, the idea that we can transform ourselves into better versions of ourselves, is still relevant today. It's about personal growth, self-awareness, and pursuing your own path of enlightenment, whatever that might mean to you. So, where do you start? Well, the best way to start learning about alchemy is to be curious, research, and be open-minded. Do your research. Begin with the basics. Google alchemy for beginners, watch other videos, or read some books on the subject. Look into the symbolism. Investigate the symbols. They provide incredible insight into the deeper meanings within the practice. Focus on the ideas. Explore the philosophy and the metaphorical side of alchemy.